After my best friend died, I took care of her husband and twin boys for 11 years. On their 10th birthday, I accidentally wore my best friend's brooch by mistake and baked them a cake, hoping they'd finally smile at me. Instead, the cake ended up on my face right after they spilled hot oil on my arm. You killed our mother and now you want to replace her. You shameless woman, you deserve to die. Ian screamed. Yes, this is just the beginning. If you don't leave, we'll kill you, Ace added with a smirk. Only if you die will it be enough to apologize to our dead mother. And they meant it. While I nursed my bruised heart and scarred skin, they pushed me into a pool. Just die and never come back, Ace laughed, high-fiving his brother. But they weren't done yet. Days later, they pointed a gun at me and pulled the trigger. In that moment, I realized no matter how much I gave them, they would never love me. I finally dropped everything, packed up my stuff and left. However, at the wedding of my remarriage to another man, the twins and their father broke into the wedding scene, begging for my forgiveness and begging me not to marry another man. I'll be back in 2 days to take my rightful place as the heiress. I'll do whatever you want me to do, I said, gripping the phone tightly. I paused for a few seconds before I hung up the phone, letting out a tired sigh. Get out of our house, you wicked witch. The sharp voice of the twins, Ian and Ace, pulled me out of my thoughts as I stared at them glaring at me from the kitchen door. I let out a quiet sigh. Happy birthday, sons. Make a wish. I presented the cake I had spent hours baking for them. Ian walked up to me and sneered. I wish for you to get out of our house. Then without warning he slammed the cake in my face. I screamed and stumbled backwards while the boys laughed. Ace brought out his leg, blocking my path and causing me to trip. I fell and the pan of hot oil I had used in frying earlier spilled on my left arm, burning me. A sharp scream escaped my lips while the boys looked down on me. This is just the beginning. If you don't leave immediately you'll regret the next time we see you, they threatened. The maid hurriedly arrived at the scene and gasped in shock when she saw me struggling on the floor, face smeared with cake and my left arm red and swelling. What have you boys done? She exclaimed. The boys shrugged. She deserved it. She's a witch who killed our mother. The boys stomped away while the maid helped me stand up. I'm sorry, Faye. I don't know why you keep putting up with them, she stated. I managed a small smile as she helped me to my bedroom. This balm should help soothe the burns. Thankfully it's not so much and if you apply it daily it will get rid of the scar, the maid said, giving me a small ointment. Thank you, I mumbled. After she left I washed off my face as I stared at my red eyes and split lips from the impact of the cake. I also applied the ointment on my burns, wincing softly as I let out a small sigh. What a fool I've been, I said, sadly. 11 years ago I was supposed to marry Gabriel Caldwin, but I was involved in a terrible accident on my wedding day. While I battled for my life, my best friend, Ariel, volunteered to marry my fiancé in my place to save him and his family from the embarrassment of the bride not showing up. When I woke up I found out my fiancé was married. When Gabriel found out I didn't run from the wedding but was involved in an accident he felt remorseful. I told him to divorce Ariel and get married to me since I'm feeling better and he refused. Don't be mean, Faye. Ariel stood in for you to protect our reputation. How do you think it will look to the public if I divorce her immediately? What is going to happen to me then? I queried. Just 1 year, Faye, then I'll divorce Ariel and marry you, Gabriel had promised. But before the 1 year was over I got a strange demand. Faye, Ariel wants to have a child before she leaves the marriage. It's been her grandparents' lifelong dream and they're dying, Gabriel said to me. I frowned. What does that have to do with me? Why does she want kids when you'll still divorce her? Just oblige her, Faye. She's your best friend and she's been nothing but kind toward you, Gabriel said. What do you mean? I asked. Ariel can't have kids. She wants you to be her surrogate at least when she leaves you can take care of the kids because they're yours, Gabriel answered. I was worried about the request but Gabriel convinced me.